Hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well. We've got no game. It should come through soon. But anyway, we are back with our Maserati F1 Manager Series. There we go. We've got a game. We've got a game on the screen. Yes, we're back to continue our Maserati F1 Manager Series. Noob. Hello, Noob. How's it going, buddy? Okay, I can't take this anymore from these owners gleaning us out. Yeah, it's all good fun, isn't it, Addy? Yeah, I could talk about United all night, but yeah, that's all a bit depressing, isn't it? But hey ho, let's hope we win the Europa, because if not, it's absolutely disgusting. I don't know if Marina even stays if they lose that, but we'll see. But yeah, welcome back, Noob. Hope you're well, and everyone else who's jumping into the stream. Hope you've had a good start to the week. If you can do me a massive favour before we get going, smash that like button, super appreciated. And yeah, we are in Singapore today, starting in 10th with Colapinto and 12th with Maloney. So Colapinto got to Q3, couldn't go any further than that though, so starts 10th, Maloney knocked out in Q2, but 10th and 12th, pretty good for our two drivers. And we're going for a split strategy today. We are going for a two-stopper with Colapinto, using all the compounds, soft, medium, then hard. Maloney a one-stopper, medium to hard. So Colapinto is going to be in on lap 18. We won't see Maloney till around lap 28. We do, of course, have the opportunity to swap that around, though, if there are safety cars or any drama. I'm a Spurs fan. United v Tottenham is going to be fire. Sorry, my audio is playing up there. Hello, Finley. United first Tottenham is going to be fire. Yes, Amarin going to pay for 30 employees' families to be in Bilbao for the final. Yeah, I saw that United aren't paying for anyone, none of the staff to go. So, yeah, it's all very odd. New being a Spurs fan, hey? Finley, yeah, hope you're well, buddy. Right, anyway, I think those issues are resolved. Let us crack on and start this race. But yeah, United Spurs, that's a big old game now.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action.
Right, let's get into some racing. We'll continue talking about the football and actual Formula 1 as we go through. But let's get this race underway at least. Let's get this charger out of my headset. There we go. We're all ready to go.
We're just moments away from the Singapore Grand Prix.
Here we go then, Singapore Grand Prix. It's a Ferrari 1-2 here as they get us underway. It's Colapinto P10 and Maloney P12. Can we get double points finish for the third race in a row? We've been on a good run with Monza and Baku. Now what can we do in Singapore? As Maloney's moved up one place already, he's into P11, up from P12. Tyre chat, let's have a bit of tyre chat, and it's softs and mediums all through the grid. Pretty even, maybe just in favour of the softs. I think that's probably pretty even though. And Colapinto is challenging Fernando Alonso for P9. Colapinto on the softs, Fernando on the mediums. Imola predictions. Still at the moment, you can't go wrong with McLaren and Max, so I'm actually going to go for a Lando pole. A Max in second. George Russell third. That's what I'm going to go with. I'll be asked again on Friday and probably tell you a completely different prediction, but as we stand right now, Lando pole, Max second, George Russell third, Oscar Piastri fourth. Noob, sorry for disappearing for a couple of races. Not a problem, buddy, not a problem. El Paparito, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. I really don't want to burn up these tyres too quickly. And Maloney is actually got to be on light work here. Second lap, 1 lap down, and here we go. Colapinto trying to make that move then on Fernando Alonso.
Keep your position.
Fernando's going to hang it in there though. Can Colapinto make it stick? No, he can't. Fernando fights it hard and fights it well. Tsunoda's already broken the DRS to Alonso. Finley, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Oh, yes, I'm very well, thank you. Right, let us calm down a bit on the battery. Settle in then to our strategy. So Colapinto is due to stop lap 18. Maloney is going a lot longer than that. He's going to go to lap 28 potentially. So he's on the 1 stopper. Colapinto's on the 2 stopper. But yeah, I hear Mercedes are bringing, well, they seem quite excited about an upgrade package that they're bringing in, Miller, but Mercedes seem to have been like that the last, well, since, what, 2021, since the car dropped off. Mercedes always have seemed to be excited about their upgrades, and then it's never really happened, so we'll see. Sainz is making his way past Maloney then. Maloney starts to ease off the tyres, and
now this was at turn 3.
That's opened the door for Carlos Sainz.
The points in touching distance.
So Sainz moves into P11. Maloney moves down to P12, I should say. But he's still got the DRS just about. He's got Stroll all over him, but Maloney might be going backwards in this first stint. And he should make ground up later on in the race, hopefully. Colapinto still holding on to Alonso. Colapinto is just going to lose that DRS though. Was just F1 Manager 22 if your suggestions for the tyre strategy most drivers would do. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing these days. Right, so Colapinto has lost the DRS to Alonso, and he's going to get Carlos Sainz all over his rear, and unfortunately Maloney is going backwards.
Now
with
this one
the goat that is Lance Stroll on his inside.
There's the opening.
No comprende English, unfortunately. Right, Colapinto P10, but he's going to have some cars attacking him now with Carlos Sainz right behind him. Let's have a look at the tyres. Carlos Sainz 89%. Maloney is on the same tyre percentage, so Sainz is doing the same strategy, but he's got better pace. That is a little bit worrying. Why is Sainz going so quick, may I ask? Maybe the Williams is just pacey, because Sainz is on light, Colapinto on a softer tyre on standard, and Sainz is all over him. Maybe Sainz is using a lot of bit of batteries at the moment. But Alonso has got some breathing room now. It's nearly 2 seconds to Fernando. Hey Kelly, I haven't been in the stream for quite a while. What team is this? This is our, well, I say newer series than the Lotus one, our Maserati series. I hope you're well, Kinga. Right, Colapinto 2 seconds to Alonso. Now Sainz is all over the back of him. Have got Colapinto on always defend. Has it been going relatively good? Yes, it's been going very well for our first season. We're currently in P5, I think, in the Constructors somehow. Started with the worst car setting. Here comes Carlos Sainz though. Is he going to make this move on Franco this time? He's having a good look. But no, can't make it stick. John, what race? What is this for race? This is Singapore, this race. Yeah, Carlos Sainz's pace is really good. Super impressed with Carlos's pace here, and it's a bit worrying that we've dropped 2.5 to Fernando. Because they're on the mediums. The soft doesn't seem to be working for us here. Soft tyre not working very well for Franco Colapinto. Hanging on to P10 just about. Maloney's now, it's a DRS train actually from Colapinto all the way down to Behrman, 10th to 16th now. Addy, how do you like the Marina Bay as a track? Don't mind it. I wouldn't say it's one of my favourites, but it's not one that I particularly dislike. What about yourself? Colapinto lap 18. Yeah, this is... Well, he's pulled a little bit of a gap on Carlos there. Say a gap, about half a second, but gives him a bit of breathing room. How's Maloney getting on back here? He's in amongst it, isn't he? Stroll is on the softs as well. He's used not a lot, well, 4% less than Colapinto. You know, hablo inglés. And Sainz still attacking, so this might be a battle then, this whole race, to hold on to P10, because 3 seconds ahead of us, Alonso. But being Singapore, being a street circuit, there's always a chance of some drama ahead of us. And of course, if you're dropping into the stream, you haven't already, can you press that like button? Super appreciate it, and it really does help me out. As Maloney's trying to make some moves, let's go high on the overtaking. We could get Maloney up past Stroll and past Sainz. Then we could use both our drivers a little bit better here. And here we go, Colapinto under pressure again from Carlos Sainz. Sainz in 11th. Meanwhile, his teammate Albon down in P20 is Albono. Sainz is going to have a really good opportunity though through turn 1, you'd imagine. Colapinto using a bit of battery out of there. Don't know, Sainz a little bit too far back actually, and he can't make that move. So lap 7, we remain in P10. Michaela, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Who's going to be pitting first? It might actually be Colapinto, probably Behrman or Lawson. Here comes Sainz again then with DRS. Looks to be a little bit tucked up though, not going to make the move. This DRS train still down to Behrman. Did you see El Clasico? I saw the highlights. That was a hell of a game, wasn't it? I used to watch quite a bit of Spanish football, but to be fair, I haven't for a while, regularly. Barca never lose against Madrid. Barca have certainly made a comeback, haven't they? They had a couple of years where money and stuff was an issue and performance. They were in the Europa, but Barca well and truly back. Not my beloved United, though. Billy, what's your favourite team you've done? I think I'll always have a soft spot for Team Lotus because it's the first team that we done. Yeah, I think Team Lotus. English very bad. You're fine, noob. You're absolutely fine.
You are doing a good job.
And Maloney has got past Stroll finally. Well, I say finally, he's been in this DRS train, but Maloney, aggressive on the attack, what we want to be. And Maloney moves into P12. Is Carlos Sainz about to move into P10 though? And Stroll might be coming back past, but he's not. Colapinto lose that place to Sainz. I'm only joking, by the way. I think the Derry Bad gave it away, New, but... Alright, Colapinto reclaims the position on Sainz. And Maloney. Get past Sainz here. I'm going to ask him not to overtake Colapinto. Barca has the talent now. They just need to have the experience for them to go more forward in European because they're generally the best team in Europe on paper. Yeah, I think Barca are going to do well for the next few years.
Copy.
Came close, to be fair, in the Champions League.
Do your best.
Experience will do them good, no doubt, for next year. Who knows? United might be playing them. United or Spurs will be in the Champions League somehow. That's a fact. That is a fact. Right, 9 laps gone. And we're still holding on to that P10 and Colapinto. It's still... Alonso's still about in touching distance, but it looks like Alonso has got the pace on us. As Sainz again is trying to move on Franco Colapinto. Colapinto holds it off, though. Just got to hope we can get top 5. Yeah, that top 5 battle is very tight, isn't it? Isn't that... I believe when I looked, I know it's unlikely 2 games to go, but there's still a chance, isn't there, that Arsenal could fall out of that. It's very unlikely, I know, but... Has Arsenal got to play Newcastle? Is that one of the last 2 games, or have I made that up? That could be a bit tasty for that top 5. Villa, Man City, Chelsea would all benefit from that game, no matter the result. Just need to beat Spurs and United and we'll be on 69. It's not hard to beat either of those at the moment. Alright, lap 10. Colapinto carries on his battle with Carlos Sainz. Not too much happening in this one so far, but here comes Carlos yet again. There is still a DRS train now close to Albon in P17. So Colapinto's pace on these softs hasn't been great. Matchday 38, Forest v Chelsea. And yeah, Chelsea have got to play United as well, I believe. We're away to Chelsea, I think. Is that next? I think it's next, isn't it? Away to Chelsea. So that's probably 3 points in the bag for Chelsea. Oh, yeah, I mean, for United, I don't feel like Amron has to win that Europa League now. I can't see how, even, you know, I get back the manager, get all that, but as bad as these players are, you can't be finishing 17th for United. You save yourself with a trophy, but that's going to need some major work in the summer. Ineos have got to basically show what they're made of in the summer. It's literally got to be 5, 6, 7 players out and the same coming in. Not same boat next year for United. Carlos Sainz then. Has a look on Colapinto, still not happening for him. Lap 18, we've used a bit of the tyres as well. It's not really a great first stint, I feel, for Franco. Just a DRS train here as Ocon's ran wide. That's difficult to do on a street circuit. Sainz having a look at Franco again. Franco Colapinto holds him off again. I wonder if the undercut might work for Franco here though, because he's going to be one of the first to come in. He's going to box. Although Behrman's tyre life is not as great, not as good, we have got more hard to play with later on. Why don't we just try and pick up this pace with Colapinto? Just try and break this DRS if we can. And then we'll come in a little bit earlier. I think it might be for the best. Because on the current strategy, we're just going to be fighting Sainz this whole stint. What's Sainz tyres life? 69%. He's a little bit more than Maloney now. How many teams in England are literally going to be in Europe? If it's going to be 5 in the Champions League, what, 2 in Europa, and 1 or 2 in Conference? That's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? There'll be, what, at least 8 or 9 teams from England in Europe. Alright, Sainz holding on to this DRS of Colapinto. Six Champions League, 2 Europa, 1 Conference. That's ridiculous, isn't it? 9 teams. Geordie, thanks for the follow. Maloney's hit him. No.
Red flag.
Franco, Zane, sorry. Hopefully he's still in the race. We've got a red flag. He's going to have damage though. Sainz trying to keep up with Franco. We saw it in the background, bins it. And then Maloney couldn't get out of the way.
Oh, so unlucky.
What damage has that caused for Maloney though? Hopefully he's still in the race. Yeah, it's not his front wing, so it's probably going to be something that we can't change. Oh, that's Franco anyway, is it? Yeah, it's Franco, so that's fine. Yeah, mediums was what he was going to go on anyway. I think we can change this front wing. We'll go on the hards now, but I don't think we'll get to the end with them. Hopefully this should change the front wing during the red flag. Sainz is out though, so he's not going to be pressurising Colapinto anymore. As Max Verstappen, it looks like, has made his way to the front. He's going to get us underway on this restart. He does indeed. Maloney showing no damage, so it's just the front wing, so that's perfect. That's good for us.
The gap as much as possible.
Stroll has got past Maloney on the restart though, but Colapinto has got past Fernando Alonso. And Alonso's gone onto the softs. Colapinto now onto the mediums. Yeah, those hards won't get to the end, so let's just see how we go in this next phase. But Sainz out of the race. And that's going to mean we don't see any pit stops for a while because there's a few getting close. But underway then, lap 14 of 62. Verstappen leads, Russell second, Leclerc and Hamilton. They started on the front row. They're now second row, so to speak, third and fourth. Oh, what's going on there? Sonoda getting caught up under the gearbox of Kimi Antonelli. And that's opened the position for Colapinto, who says thank you very much, and he's moved into P8. Lovely work from Franco. His race coming alive under the restart.
Now we're watching the action closely here.
Yeah, just got tucked up on the inside.
It's there for the taking.
Franco had a lovely clean exit there. And he's now attacking Kimi Antonelli, and he's going to go round the outside. Franco is absolutely on one on this restart. He's up to P7. Great work from Colapinto. Right, let's have a look at these strategies though, because we can't carry on like that, unfortunately. But we could switch to a medium soft potentially. No, we're going to have to still go that hard, aren't we? She's got another medium. Hold on, we've got that, or we've got this. Yeah, so it shows the hardest quicker, so let's go with that. Maloney. I feel we might need to switch him onto the softs at the end now. Let's go for something like that. So they're still on a little bit of a different strategy.
Done as much as possible.
Maloney now lap 45 he's going to stop. Colapinto lap 34 I think that was. Colapinto though, in the dizzy heights of P7. Maloney P12. Yep. But of course he is on the hard tyre. And the next 4 cars ahead of him are on the softs. So let's just see how we go. But yeah, I am super thankful for the Rio, but because this season would have been even harder for United without that. Essentially, the season would have ended as soon as we were out of the cup competitions. It would have been so disinteresting, but... So the Europa next Wednesday, very big for United and Spurs, of course, but as a United fan, very important for us. And then the summer. Probably the most important summer we've had in the last, I don't know what, 15 years, 14 years since Fergie. Maloney with Hadjar. Hadjar's having a good go at him here. Hadjar's on the hards as well. I believe I saw the hards on him. Yeah, he is. So important we keep him behind, and we do. He's using a little bit more than our tyre life there. And he's having another look on the inside, but Maloney closed the door. He's lost 1.7 to Stroll as Maloney, as Franco Colapinto has lost the position to Antonelli. From our early pace, we're not really fighting Antonelli or Sonoda. We want to stay in that top 10 is our main aim. If we can get a point today, we'll be happy with that. Karan, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. And if you're in your stream and you're enjoying what you see, do press that like button. It really does help me out. So Carlos Sainz, the only retirement so far, and we've got a nice clean grid at the moment. No issues, no damage, no mechanical issues. All looking well for the drivers out there. Colapinto now has Sonoda all over his rear. Colapinto needs to try and stay onto the DRS of Antonelli. Doesn't look like it's going to manage it though. No, he's just about held on, but he'll lose it next time round. That's fine. Colapinto then on his way to lap 34 on the mediums. And he's going to finish on the hards. And Maloney is a long stint now to lap 45. Then he's going to finish on the softs. And here comes Yuki Tsunoda on Colapinto. And he is through into P8. Colapinto back down to P9. But we're going to be fighting these Aston Martins Will be P9 and P10. Probably more likely P10 for Stroll. And it'd be nice if Stroll does get cut adrift of this DRS. If we can just stay with Yuki for a little while. Maloney's dropped 3 seconds off the pace. Yeah, but the problem is that they first called in Eric Ten Hag sacking because he was bad, and then now they're saying the team's crying even though one player's been added, so it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, it's just a tricky one. I don't want to be going through managers constantly every season, and I want to stick with Amorim, but I would say if he doesn't win the Europa and he finishes, what, 16th, 17th, I don't think it really matters what players you have. You really should be doing a little bit better than that at United, so it's tricky. But I think regardless of the result of the Europa, I don't think they're going to sack him. If he has a summer window and he gets 4, 5, 6 of his players and they have a bad first 2-3 months, where will be the indication to stick with him? That's the problem. He's got to have a good summer, but he's got to start the season well. He's got to have a good pre-season. We've got to see them playing well. If not, he's going to be under a lot of pressure. And talking of being under pressure, Yuki Tsunoda under a bit of pressure. And Franco Colapinto. And Colapinto is reclaiming P8 Tsunoda onto the curb. And we're staying in this DRS, but Stroll has joined it, which is a little bit frustrating. What tyre is Stroll on? He's on the SOS. What's the tyre history of Stroll? He's gone soft, so Stroll is either going medium or hard at the end here. Here comes Yuki, back on Colapinto. Plenty of fuel to push here. Where's Maloney? 5 seconds off this battle now, but he's not benefiting from this DRS, which is dragging Franco along quite nicely. I mean, when you actually look back at Eric Ten Hag, he didn't do a bad job, really, did he? You know, you've got to compare the same players, basically. You can argue that it's his fault for choosing some of those players, the likes of Anthony and such, but I'm just hoping this is one of those scenarios where it gets it's worse before it gets better, and this is us showcasing how poor the players are to get them gone this summer. So Colapinto continues his battle with Yuki Tsunoda, back to P8. Yeah, Maloney is 5.5 seconds off this battle now, so hopefully he'll have some pace towards the end of the race, but he is now... Maloney is actually... Oh, Doohan's just dropped out of it, but it's basically a DRS train from Maloney down to last place Lawson in 21st, so... shows that it's very difficult to break the DRS here, and that's why Colapinto's doing well now, because he's managed to stay with these guys in the DRS. As Verstappen reclaims the lead from Russell, Leclerc third, Hamilton fourth, Russell back in the lead. Right, what can we do with Maloney here? Can we just try and break this DRS?
Mode race.
Let's see if we can break the DRS with Maloney. He's got Albon on him, so Williams back behind us. This time Albon behind Maloney, was Sainz behind Colapinto until Sainz binned it. And Alonso has developed a fault.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've...
Yeah, right, Crofty. Yeah, it doesn't tell us anything, but we should see it when he crosses the start-finish line. Might not see it yet. No, we'll see it shortly, what Alonso's issue is. That's good for us, because Alonso's one of the cars behind us. So if he starts to lose a bit of pace, that's going to benefit Franco Colapinto in his pursuit to finish in the top 10 today. And funny enough, we started pushing Maloney as we've got a virtual safety car. Esteban Ocon
Do your best, man.
is out.
you have
Albon's taken Maloney. We start to push Maloney and somehow Albon gets us. I do think we're broken the DRS though to those behind us. Good move from Albon to be fair, but what has happened to Esteban Ocon here?
There's a yellow flag now.
Ocon has crashed. Oh, it's just a massive lock-up.
What the?
It's going to be way too early for that hard. Could go light, but... seeing if there was a chance to capitalise on that, but we're not going to be able to. We're going to have to stay as we are.
Yeah, copy.
So Maloney, Maloney started to push. Albon stayed with him. Albon got past Maloney, but they have dropped Hulkenberg, so they have broken that DRS. Let's forward on till this virtual ends. Which is about to now.
Copy.
There we go, about to change to a green flag, and we'll get back underway. And there we go, green flag racing then. So Colapinto P8, still ahead of Tsunoda, Alonso and Stroll. It's now 8 seconds down to Albon and Maloney.
Yeah,
Hulkenberg, is he back into the DRS? He is. That's a bit frustrating. The timing is all over the place there on Hulkenberg, but it looks like Hulkenberg is going to get back into the DRS. Colapinto has moved past Lando Norris.
But this is what
Franco
happens.
loves a restart.
Here we are now, down at turn 17. The opportunity begging to be taken.
And there we go. Great work from Franco. You've got fuel to push on. Yeah, we're pushing on the fuel. It's quite a bit now after that red flag and now virtual, so we'll keep pushing on that for quite a while. Yeah, Hulkenberg very much back in the DRS of Maloney. Not ideal. Albon is closing this gap to Stroll very quickly though. That was 7-8 seconds a moment ago. It's now 4. And Colapinto is watching the battle between Antonelli and Piastri here. Colapinto's had a lovely restart since that red flag. Riding high now in P7. I don't think we've got the pace to stay ahead of Norris and Tsunoda in the long run, but we're continuing to build a gap on Alonso and Stroll.
Try to go down as much as possible. Copy. Okay, copy.
Just ease off the fuel with Maloney. I wonder if that'll drop him out of the DRS though. We'll soon see. Off the tyres, sorry. Right, Franco then. Looking at Kimi Antonelli and Oscar Piastri. Got DRS. But not close enough. And Maloney, yeah, has dropped out of that DRS quite quickly of Albon then, and here we go, Hulkenberg coming straight back at him. We just haven't got the pace on those hards, but I guess it is what it is on that tyre, to be honest with you. We should be a lot quicker at the end of the race. Colapinto just hanging on to Piastri's DRS, but I think we're going to lose it shortly. Where are we trying to get Franco now? Lap 34, Maloney's lap 45, so quite a while until we have to stop again. Or stop for the first time, really, because to be honest with you, not stopped because it was under the red flag, so we've not actually had a full pit stop yet in this race. So Colapinto loses the DRS, so he will be under pressure now from Norris and Tsunoda. Unfortunately, Alonso and Stroll haven't lost the DRS to Tsunoda yet. That's what we were hoping for, so we could start pulling a gap on those. Didn't look at Alonso's issue, did we? Which is a gearbox issue, 26%. And here comes Lando Norris. A long way back there. Colapinto holds him off for now. And yeah, Maloney's fallen 3.5 seconds off Albon. And he's got Hülkenberg all over him. Lando Norris then having a look on Colapinto. As we've been saying, not really fighting this McLaren today. We just caught up with him because it's a very DRS train heavy circuit, as are a few of them on this game. But there goes Lando. And then same really with Yuki, but I'd like to stay ahead of these two Astons if we can. Colapinto is going to be on that hard tyre at the end, which isn't the greatest either, so... And Maloney's going to be on the soft, so I wonder where Maloney will end up in all of this, but he's about, what, 8 seconds off his teammate now, is Maloney. Are we going to be in first out of these? Probably will be. So we might get a bit of an undercut as well, which would be nice. That's Verstappen and Russell still very close top four actually. There's about a second between the top four. There is a second between the top four. So we're having a look on Lando. Stayed with him here, and this is very slow through here, which is just going to tighten that pack up again. We do get through on Lando. As I say, it's not really ideal at the moment. I wonder really if I could let Lando go and ask him not to go quite timid on the overtaking. Has got Alonso sending one up on the inside Tsunoda there. I wonder if we could just use the pace of Lando. Might be an idea. We'll wait, see if Lando gets back past us, which I'm sure he will. So if we go low on overtake aggression, see if we can use Lando's pace as Maloney. Oh, it's because Hülkenberg's got past him and then he's got back past him. So Maloney's still P13. All in 5.6 seconds off Albon though. We'll say Albon will be on a much slower tyre at the end of this race and Maloney will be on a quicker one. Right, here comes Lando. That's going to be... Should have the inside here, Lando, but I don't think he's got the base there. He's very slow on that straight, and it might be Yuki Tsunoda getting past us here. So Yuki has done the job there on Lando. Lando is very slow on that straight. Yuki takes advantage. Colapinto stays P7. Alonso, is he going to drop out of this DRS? That's what we want to know. It's all that Constantina effect on turn 1, just allowing Alonso to get back into the DRS. Colapinto, I don't even know if he'll get to lap 34 to be honest with you, but we'll see. Right, let's see if Tsunoda is going to get past, and then we'll make a decision what we do. Hülkenberg is past Maloney. I think they're just going to continue that battle. Right, Tsunoda is past. Now I want to try and hang on to Lando. That's a nice move from Yuki on the outside. Colapinto's lost the DRS, so Yuki is pushing. If Lando gets past us here, I think he's a bit too far back though. What I want to happen is Lando to get past us and then us just to not attack Lando and just use his DRS to pull away from those Astons really. Is this the moment now for Lando? Lando's been a bit timid on the overtakes, a bit like real life perhaps some would say. But here we go. Is this going to be job done this time? I don't think it is. This is the problem. This fighting is losing us time. He's got 7 laps till he needs to come in. Albon's 2 seconds off Stroll now, but Albon's going to be due a pit stop in the next 4 or 5 laps, I'd suggest. That's it. Hello, buddy. How's it going? Hope you're well. Right, Lando. Again, DRS. Seems a bit draggy, that McLaren, doesn't it?
Keep focus on our race.
He's right with us, but he's struggling to overtake in the straights. Doesn't seem to be working for him. Tsunoda's pulled a 3-second gap as Leclerc sets the fastest lap of the race. Going well, Calais. You? Yes. Good to hear, buddy. Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Very well indeed. Lando, DRS again. Even though with the DRS, he doesn't seem to be closing that significantly. Gareth Turnoff always defend. Yeah, I'm kind of going back on what I said though, because Lando on the straights doesn't seem that quick, so I'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
You're doing a good job, Albon in front.
I just wonder if we will pull a gap on these Astons, because it got to about 9 tenths then, but if we do continue to defend hard, yeah, they have pulled close again. Let's go neutral then on defence. Oh, good stuff, Matty. Good stuff, buddy. Let's loosen up on the defence. Because I just feel this is hurting us. Right, Lando will have DRS again here. Now, Maloney did get past Hulkenberg again there, so he remains in P13, but 7.5 seconds off Albon. Might start to cross over now, though, with Albon in terms of Maloney's tyres probably in better place than what Albon's are. Let's see if that gap stays at sort of 7.5 seconds. Right, Lando again can't make the move. It gets to about a second here, but then they seem to get the DRS. Don't know though, they might have just, as Albon pits, I think Alonso's just lost the DRS here. But this is what we don't want, Norris going for the move there, because that might hold us up a bit. Very slow through that corner. What's the gap? Alonso 1.1. Colapinto gonna have to use some pace here. Right, we're going to have to try and use our own pace because Lando Norris is really struggling to overtake Franco Colapinto, and the Aston Martins are going to be back into the DRS. We have to push on this battery, try and break it here. 48%. We've still got 5 laps. We won't get an undercut on the Astons either, no, so we do need to push now. Will Alonso ease up on those tyres as well? Need to get it to about 2 seconds. Piastri's got some damage there. Piastri, I think, has hit the wall.
Now that incident looks to involve Oscar Piastri. Now we can see what happened. Now here they were taking turn 14.
Oh, he hasn't hit the wall.
Other.
He's hit a Mercedes of Kimi Antonelli. Oscar Piastri might have some damage there. What team is your favourite team? Sorry, my English again. Formula 1 team, Atty? If it's Formula 1 team, my favourite team is McLaren. We've got a McLaren right behind us. Right, let's put rarely defend here. I still can't get it done. A stroll into the pits, not good for us. He's probably going to get an undercut here. Alonso 1.8 back. Where's Stroll going to come out here? It's not even into his box yet. Got to hope Stroll gets some traffic. Albon got nice clean air there. Does he get the undercut on Stroll though? Albon was about 4 seconds back. He pitted a couple of laps before Stroll. Let's see what the difference is going to be. It's going to be pretty close here, you know. Albon, there's Stroll. And I think Albon's going to do it just about. No, Stroll battles him hard. Norris has finally passed Colapinto as we watch this battle between Stroll and Albon.
As we go into turn 8.
Norris has finally got the job done. Well, that's killed his race a little bit. And there we go, Lando on the inside. See you next live, Kelly. No worries, buddy. See you next time. Now, Albon does jump Stroll to the undercut. Pretty strong there, and that's worrying for Colapinto, because it could mean that Stroll, Albon, and Alonso, who will surely pit now, all get the undercut. I think Alonso's going to be out behind... Well, I'm pretty confident Alonso's going to be out behind both Albon and Stroll now. Alonso will be in next, then probably Hulkenberg. What's Stroll gone on to? Stroll has gone on to the mediums. Albon's on the soft. Surely he's stopping again, or if they've got to really manage those tyres. Alright, Alonso into the pits. Let us see where Alonso comes out then. He's definitely behind both of them, isn't he? Yeah. So there we go. Loses a lot of time there. Alonso, and he's onto the hards. So now we just want to get to lap 34. Get Colapinto in. We're now 9th and 10th. Colapinto lost the DRS to Norris, but Maloney now in 10th, but he's 11 seconds off his teammate. He's dropped Hulkenberg now by 4 seconds. Hulkenberg's probably going to be next into box, and there we go. So again, Maloney's probably going to lose quite a few positions because he's not coming in until lap 45 now. Franco, let's go next lap, I think. Let's get him in. As Norris has caught Tsunoda and has passed him. Tsunoda's struggling on his tyres now, though. Franco, I think is it this lap he's coming in? Yes, it is. Here we go then. Franco Colapinto is in his first official stop of the day. Let's hope for no errors here, but it's likely that Albon, Stroll and Alonso are all going to undercut us here. 2.7, that's okay for us. But yeah, Stroll and Albon already passed us. Alonso is going to get the job done as well. We're right behind Fernando though. Let's get those tyres up to 10. So we've got 7% on Alonso. We've got a good margin on Stroll and Albon, who I'm pretty confident will pit again. So really, I feel we're fighting Fernando here. And we can just let them chop and change positions. I just want to get our tyres up to 10, then I'll go to standard. But I feel we could just sit in Alonso's DRS for a little while here, once these tyres are up to 10. There's the group of Albon and Stroll. They're being held up, aren't they? Yeah, by Lawson and Hadjar, yet to stop. And Behrman. Yeah, so I feel we could get some time margin for later on in the race here. We've got 7% as it is, as Tsunoda is pitting now. I'm going to go light with Colapinto. Not too bothered about the overtake on Alonso at the moment. I'm happy just to sit in his DRS, to be honest with you. Tsunoda, where's he coming out? Is he going to be jumped by anyone? Lawson, Hadjar, Albon. Oh god, he's coming out amongst all of this. Oh, he forces out that racing bull. And Tsunoda all in this traffic as well. This is going to allow Alonso and Colapinto to close up. They don't need to come in for a while yet. Maloney doesn't need to either. Maloney just going about his business. A lap 45 for Maloney. So yeah, Colapinto, I'm happy just to sit there for now. Because when we look at the tyre life, Albon already down to 62%, Stroll 75, they're going to have to pit again. They are going to have to pit again. So as it is, we're right on them. We've got 28 seconds on them. Unless there's a safety car, of course. Which there is a high chance of. But yeah, these hard runners still don't have to come in for another 9 laps or so. What's Alonso down to 89%? Yeah, I think it's just going to be so hard to overtake. We may as well stay on light at the moment. Just stay on light until this traffic gets out of the way. And that's the plan as Antonelli is into the pits. And he's safely out. Gasly has managed to catch up to this pack as Norris has got a mechanical fault. Oh no! No! What is going on? Colapinto involved. Albon has dropped. Oh, Albon's clipped the wall and then he's clipped us. Can you believe it?
Just like that.
What's the damage?
Now it looks like, yes, it is. Alex Albon's involved in that.
This is the same crash, isn't it?
Now,
this is absolutely wrecked it for us here. Look, Albon's going to clip the wall.
Here. Then, oh!
Albon. We've got no front wings left. And it's major front wing. Well, that's basically it for Franco then. Franco is done for. Oh, can you believe it? Ah, that is so unlucky. Albon has clipped the wall and just gone straight on. Taken half our front wing out. And he's got a penalty for it. But that is Colapinto's race gone. I think we're probably going to have to retire him. We've got no spares of the same design.
Keep focus on our race.
Antonelli's past Maloney, but Maloney's not really fighting him.
He's a 1.5 from you.
Oh, Franco, that is so disappointing. 2.4 off Albon. Look at the damage. We'll see what his times are, but I don't think he can do anything now. I think we're just going to have to concentrate on Maloney as Verstappen and Russell pit. Maloney, lap 45. He's got Sonoda all on him now. Maloney might be in a good position here because Stroll has got a pit again, I think. Yeah, Colapinto's not really gaining, is he? I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to retire Franco Colapinto. I think he was definitely on course for some points here today. But Alex Albon, one Williams crashed behind him in this race. Another one's crashed in front of him. Made contact. Actually, Sainz, the first Williams, made contact with Maloney. So both Williams have hit the wall and then hit one of our drivers. Franco, we don't have the same front wing to replace it with, and that means he's going to have to retire from this race. So all our hope is on Maloney, but it's really Fernando Alonso here because everyone else is stopping behind Maloney now. So all that traffic has helped him out quite nicely because he's got 8 seconds on Stroll and they're on a net pit stop. Alonso is the one going to the end, so Alonso is going to be a good, what are they behind here? 10. He's going to be a good 15, 18 seconds up the road. So it might only be 10th place for Maloney, but he's got a chance of points now. As we forward it on to get to lap, well, it's supposed to be around about lap 45, but I don't think we're quite going to make lap 45. Will we be lapped here? Might not be. Colapinto has officially retired then. That's a sad sight. We'll probably have to go a little bit earlier into the box and go a bit lighter on the soft tyres. at some point in this stint.
Everything is ready.
It lost 28 seconds. Where does that put him? That puts him 110. Puts him right on Ollie Behrman, doesn't it? Ollie Behrman going to the end, probably. We're going to have to do some overtaking, aren't we? Right, let's get him in next lap. Let's get in next lap. Stroll is going to close that gap a bit. That's fine. Albon, Gasly doing all pitting. That's quite good for traffic for us. Right, Maloney is in then. So yeah, I think we should be coming out ahead of Gasly and behind Behrman here. As Lawson and Hadjar into the pits as well. So the traffic is getting out of our way, which is going to be very nice for Maloney. Need a nice stop there, please. 2.7, that's fine for where we're at. Right, so yeah, Behrman is in fact ahead of us, as we thought. So he is going to the end. So we are going to have to overtake him and Alonso if we... No, just Behrman if we want a point now.
And they want the other P14.
And Alonso if we want 2 points. That's essentially where we're at in this race. So let's just get these tyres up to temp. We might not have too much cars ahead of us. Too much track action now to the end. Well, let's just get these tyres up to temp. As I say, we'll probably have to go a bit lighter on them towards the end. But 3 seconds off Behrman, okay. And then it's, yeah, it's going to be, at the moment, we are about 15 seconds off Fernando, so unlikely we'll get to Fernando, I'd say, but P10 is a possibility, because Stroll's going to drop out of this, of course. I'll go on light for a bit now, just to try and save a bit. Getting close to Ollie Behrman, then we'll jump on board. Get that overtake done. We're very close already.
Try to increase your pace.
We're going to get DRS here. On softs, we should be a lot quicker than Behrman. Going to send it from a long way back, but Maloney needed to get that done. And he has got that done, and he's through into P13.
Try to recover.
Now it's 3.4, yellow flag. A virtual safety would kill us with Stroll here. Please just be a yellow.
Copy.
It's looking like it's just going to be a yellow here.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Antonelli's crashed so much this year, and he's had another one here. Will he have to pit? Let's have a look at the damage. Oh, he tried to turn the car, didn't know what way to go, and that wasn't the correct way. Now, has Antonelli got away with that, though, in terms of front wing? Didn't quite see there as he lost an end plate. The rear wing's looking a bit dodge. Yeah, I don't think he'll pit. Don't think he'll need to pit. Well, we've broken that DRS to Behrman. So we're right on to Bortoleto already, down to 31% tyre life. Stroll still yet to pit. What's Stroll down to? 40%? Is he? He's trying to hang that out now, maybe, for a safety car. Maloney's got DRS. Needs to get this one done ASAP as well. And he's going to have a lot better traction on those tyres. And there he goes. Through to P12 then. Hulkenberg next. He's on softs, but we've got double the tyre life.
Good job there. In front of you, there is Hulkenberg.
And Hulkenberg pits and gets out of the way. So there we go. Maloney has got the fastest lap with that as well. And he's now just 7 seconds actually off Fernando. So who knows here? He's flying on those softs.
You can slow down a bit more. Copy.
Stroll try. Antonelli is in. Did he have to pit anyway? I don't know if he had to pit anyway. We're going to jump Antonelli. 24. I think we're too far back. Is he changing the front nose though? He is. He's changing the front wing. This is going to be a slow stop. I'd imagine he'll get past us anyway, but... Don't know if we'll still get past him even with that front wing change. Don't think we will, you know. I think he'll be out just ahead of Fernando. But that's lost him vital positions. And that's going to slow Fernando up through there, and that'll get Maloney even closer. So 15 to go, 61% tyre life. Got to be mindful of our tyres here. I can probably go back on standard. Stroll has stayed out. He's down to 36%. It's going to be a long way back, is Stroll. He's hoping for a safety car. Even a safety car would jump him now, though. A red flag would be a real winner for him. We're right on to Fernando here. Fernando's issue obviously causing a problem here, this gearbox, because Maloney has arrived. And this is a great chance to get into P10 now, but it will be P9 when Alonso's teammate Stroll pits. Don't get DRS just there. Thought we were close enough, but not quite. But Maloney
now you have Alonso
getting to the position that Franco looks like he was going to be in.
Now.
So it looks like Maloney on this strategy would have been right with Franco if Franco didn't have to retire. We've got a great chance now to get past Fernando Alonso, and there we go. That was easy work by Fernando. We say it's easy work. Fernando does want to fight it, but it is over. And Maloney is into P10, and as I say, that will be P9 because Stroll will have to pit.
Well there. At the moment, we are P10.
12 laps to go. Stroll is going to have to pit. And Maloney has nearly broken that DRS to Alonso, and that would be mega. We could just pull out and save ourselves battling with Fernando for the rest of the race. As we say that, Fernando was getting closer, but not anymore. Is Stroll about to jump into the pits? No. We need DRS off him now, and we need to get this done then. We should get it done. We're all over the back of him. Here we go again. Maloney, please pull out. Maloney! Zane, that is so poor. That's going to open the door to Fernando.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Tom, P8 doable. Don't think P8 is P9. I think Kimi Antonelli, even with damage, will have too much for us on fresh softs. Right, we need to get this done now. Maloney on Stroll. Stroll is dispatched, and that should be enough for Maloney to claim P9 in this race. Stroll was hoping for a safety car. It's not going to happen. Stroll is going to be down. I think Stroll might be in 17th when he finally pits here, you know. He's gone way too long on that stint as Lance Stroll. And I think he might be in 17th when he finally boxes. We'll find out shortly. But Maloney through to P9. And he should, if he keeps it on the track, stay there for the rest of this race, because he's got 4 seconds on Fernando now. Beautiful stuff from Zane. Norris's mechanical fault getting worse. Stroll staying out. It's diabolical down there at Aston Martin. You may as well pick up the pace here on 8 times, because we're just in no man's land. Yeah, 6 seconds off Antonelli. We're not really closing that, so it looks like just keep it on the road and it'll be P9. Stroll stays out for another lap. Did Stroll not change under red? He did change under red, but he went mediums and Albon wants softs, so they didn't change to tyres that would get them to the end of the race. So he's down to 26, so Stroll, yeah. So under the red flag, I think the red flag was there, wasn't it? So he went on softs, and then under, was it the safety or virtual? He went mediums, so he never put the hards on. Stroll never had a hard on. That's the rumour out there. And he's still staying out. Oh, Stroll, and he's holding Alonso up. Look at the gap. We've got 14 seconds. Alonso finally passed his teammate. But he's given us... We've got 16 seconds on Alonso. So Maloney can... If his tyres do get worn, he's got enough of a margin there. Walking out here. Ollie Behrman is 2 seconds off Alonso. Could Haas get a point here today? Has Haas scored yet? Haas are yet to score a point. Kick Sauber and Haas yet to score a point. Ollie Behrman might have a chance to score a point here. Stroll is still not in. Stroll could be last by the time he pits. I mean, give it up now. It's not going to happen. 20%. He's probably going to get a puncture at some point here as well. I'm going to see Stroll's tyre go. Surely he'll be in at the end of this lap. %20 tyre life. Lance Stroll loving life out there. Surely now. And he is. He's had to give up the dream. Stroll is in. But as I say, I think he's going to be dead last. He might come out just ahead of Doohan maybe if he's lucky. Doohan's still in our game because no point doing the database editor because Franco Colapinto drives for us, so I can't put him in the Alpine. Well, I could, but then I'd lose driver. And Stroll finally boxes there, and I think he might make it out in front of Doohan. No, he doesn't. He is going to be a dead last, Stroll. So that hasn't worked for Aston Martin at all. 6 to go, and there's not much to see, but Ollie Behrman is into P10. That's what we want to see. Can he hold on to it, though? He's got Alonso all over him. And Albon as well. Sneaky Albon in that Williams has a good chance. But not if Alonso and Albon can fight. Behrman's got 2.5 seconds. But Albon, now he's cleared. Alonso is looking quick. Oh, I think Albon's going to get Behrman, isn't he? No. He has. Albon's past Behrman. He doesn't deserve it after taking us out. 3 laps to go. We'll jump on board at the end. Verstappen, I was going to say on course to win it, but Leclerc's just regained the lead of this race. Behrman's just hanging on to Albon, but I don't know if he can stay there. No, he's lost the DRS. Albon's going to claim P10. As Maloney, we do want to go light there. I mean, he's got 30 seconds nearly on Albon, so he could stop near enough. Let's jump on board though with the leaders, shall we? For this final lap. Has Maloney been lapped? No, Maloney hasn't. Albon has though. So it's Leclerc that leads, Verstappen second, Hamilton is third. Verstappen's got much better tyre life in those mediums, and he's got DRS to attack Charles Leclerc. Verstappen round the outside, he's going to give him inside here for this left-hander. And Charles Leclerc loses the lead then on this final lap. Can he fight back at all across the rest of this lap, or is Max Verstappen going to win the race? He's got good tyre life as Verstappen, he's in with a good chance. But Leclerc is not going to give it up. Here we go, Leclerc. This will be his opportunity. Off this corner here, he's going to get some DRS. Is it going to be enough though? Don't think it is. He can't send one from there. Max Verstappen looks like he's going to hold on, because there's not really another opportunity now for Leclerc as Maloney begins his final lap.
Final lap. Yep.
He's down to 30%, but as I say, he's got such a margin on Albon, it's absolutely fine. We won't get a puncture. But Max Verstappen is going to win this race. George Russell is leading the championship, but he's down in 4th, so this is big for Verstappen, who wins it. Leclerc second, closely followed by Hamilton in 3rd. And then Russell, the championship leader, as we said, is going to be in P4.
Max Verstappen.
So a good win for Max.
And today's winner.
Sander, thanks for the follow, much appreciated, buddy. And Maloney, let's see him get to the finish line. Good race for Maloney in the end. I'd say slow in that first stint, but it all came together. A lot of traffic helped him, I think, when we saw Colapinto crash. That traffic helped Maloney. But the one-stop worked, and he's in 9th by 23 seconds is Maloney. So 9th was his own in the end, and here he comes to cross the line. The last one to do so. It's P9 for Zane Maloney. There we have a good race for us, apart from Franco, of course, but from Zane.
Sometimes
there we go, Franco. He is under that helmet. He's upset. Alex Albon taking him out. Sights the other Williams, of course, hit Maloney as well. So Williams not our friends today. But here we go, the full classification. Max Verstappen up 2 to win it. The Ferrari started on the front row, but they couldn't hold off Max. They finished 2nd and 3rd respectively. Russell 4th, Tsunoda 5th, Piastri 6th, Lando 7th. Antonelli had that crash, but he held on to P8. Zane Maloney up 3 from 12th on the grid to P9. Albon, pretty good drive, although he got damage and that penalty, up 12 places to P10. So the Williams certainly did have some pace, and then a lot of movement down here. And as we saw, Colapinto had to retire. Front wing, major damage, and we didn't have a replacement for him, so he had to retire. Ocon and Sainz both crashed out. What does that do to the Drivers' Championship then? Russell maintains his lead, but Max Verstappen now into P2, and both, well, all three of Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, they all finish above Russell, so they close the gap, and it's just 25 points now is George's lead, so getting very close here, and Hamilton is, what, only 29 points behind? Yeah, 29 points. Leclerc a little bit further back, isn't he now? What is that? That is 47. 47 I make that. So 47 points separates the top 4. So still a chance for any of the top 4 to win this championship. I think we've got 4 or 5 races left. So pressure on Russell to maintain that. 2 McLarens 5th and 6th. Antonelli 7th. Yuki 8th. Fernando Alonso 9th. Maloney takes another 2 points. Keeps him in 10th. Franco doesn't score, but he holds on to P11. Albon 1 behind him in 12th. The rest of the scorers, Lawson, Stroll, Gasly, Sainz, and we saw Behrman getting close to 10th place for a point, but couldn't quite do it. Constructors, Ferrari lead, and it looks like it will be a Ferrari's Constructors' Championship here in 2025. Mercedes second, but very close with McLaren, and Red Bull are closing as well. So the fight for second really hotting up, because what's that? 42 points between second and 4th. So a big fight on for P2. Aston Martin don't score any points this weekend. Stroll tried to hang it out for a safety car. Alonso struggled with his issue at the end, dropped out of the points, but we only take 2 points. So still a chance of 5th for us, but it's going to be a fight with Aston. We should now finish at least 6th. I don't think Williams, after taking 25 points all year, are going to take another 34, 34 isn't it actually? Yeah, 34 in the final few races. So we look like we'll finish at least 6th this year, potentially 5th. Alpine in 8th on 6th, RB 9th, Kick Sauber and Haas are yet to score. Pit stops, don't think we did anything today. No, we didn't. Lance Stroll got the quickest stop. And we do hit our contract bonus with Maloney, but not Franco Colapinto, unfortunately. But not too much we could have done about that. Oh, there we go. So Zane Maloney recovers it for us. Unlucky for Franco Colapinto. I think he would have finished where Maloney did. Or actually, the 2 drivers probably would have been fighting at the end there. But good result for Maloney. Good result for us. And we get points. That's going to bring this one to a close. And if you haven't already, please do smash that like button. Super appreciated. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for the comments. And we'll be back on Friday then as we continue this. And we'll be heading to Kota. So yeah, it's just 4 races left, I believe. We're doing a 20 race season. So yeah, just 4 races to go now. We've got Kota, Canada, Mexico, and Sao Paulo. So just 4 to go. So we'll be closing out this first season pretty soon. So join us on Friday from about 7 p.m. and we'll be back as we continue that. Have a good rest of your week, and hopefully I shall see you here again on Friday. Gareth, nice one.